All right, I am back. We're just getting set up for the Lions Den segment here. Thank you for joining me so far. So I got to go to Steam. And then we're going to make Steam full screen. And then we're going to not make it full screen because I also got to tweet. We are re-entering the Lions Den. Let's look at and examine some of the newest games on Steam to see if there's anything that tickles our fancy, ... or fancies our tickle. And then smiling imp emoji. And send tweet. All right. Banger tweet. Thank you. I thought so as well. I thought it was a good one. I'm just getting my fan on here because, hey, when you enter the Lions, then be careful. You might get burned. You might get burned. You enter the Dragon's Den, careful. You might get bit. You might get bit. What's the Lion's Den? You know, I should make a command. Basically, the Lion's Den is an excuse for me to look through Steam and find stuff to play, and then we'll play it. We'll play it after that. At least the stuff that chat seems to like the most, we'll give it a look after. Exclamation point DNE. Exclamation point DNE in chat for Daniel, please. I don't know what it means, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. Anyway, let me get my discoverability going here. Dude, my tabs, I'll just show you, okay? Look at my tabs on Steam. They're so good. First off, check out this hot overlay. This is an NFT. I bought it myself. It was 17 Ethereum. It's called Ionic Galaxy. And I paid roughly 36,000 US dollars for this, but I own it. It is non-fungible. Your store. Because you love roguelike deck builder, roguelike, action roguelike deck building, and procedural generation. Hold on, this cat. Come on, cat. Come on. Show you how this cat, she minds so good. Anyway. So I gotta get to my... Oh my god! What the hell? First off, the other cat wants in. Also, I have no idea what's going on with that alert. Okay, Tomo, you can enter the room as well. I told you something's not right with my screen regions, man. Like, what the heck is going on with this stream? Oh my lord. Why is this so big? Why is this so big, man? I appreciate that you're still subscribing. That's very helpful. It helps me troubleshoot it for sure. We're getting there. Yeah, you want to talk about the dono wall. There's your freaking dono wall. Okay, hold on. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is I screwed something up when I adjusted my camera settings. All of my scenes go through this disaster right here. I can troubleshoot it, but it's, you know, kind of like more of an off-camera sort of deal. I mean, that's like so close to being right. Just make sure you actually hit the lock button on OBS. There, you know what? We can live with that. Lock that in place, please. And lock that in place. All right, fixed. Again, that is something that, to be honest with you, would have been beyond my comprehension and capability, like mere months ago. And then you know what? You're probably right. Move the camera down a layer. No, actually, that's where it's supposed to be. That is where it's supposed to be. Okay, here we go. How will I know what type of sub it is? Just you can find it. You can play about anything on planet Earth, right? It's cloudy. How can I see if the sun's still alive? You know. Don't worry about it. Just it's one of those things where don't correct the teacher, okay? It's working. Don't eat $100 steak in a single bite. Okay. Hold on, I'm just I'm not trying to be this guy. I'm just saying there's more where that came from. I'm just typing a slash marker in chat. Okay, here we go. Slash marker. Lion's Den. We have returned. Wait, I don't think I typed it. Slash marker. Oh, wait, I did. Okay, slash marker Lion's Den. We have returned yet again to the Lion's Den. We are going to check out games that just came out on Steam, or alternatively have shown up in our Steam discoverability queue for things that we have not had a chance to play before. The cat is being a little annoying, okay? There's Ruka. We show Tomo all the time. We don't show Ruka that often. There you go. Just stay up there, okay? You got your whole thing going on over there. I just need to get to my discoverability queue, which sometimes you know what? There it is, discovery queue. And then click here to begin exploring your queue. And now the magic can start. Game number 1. Team Fight Manager. I actually saw this came out 2 days ago. 3 days ago. It came out on Monday. Team Fight Manager is a simulation game where you are the coach of an esports team. You must manage players to set them up for matches. Okay, so it's like a tycoon game where you manage your own esports players. You build them a ramshackle bathroom. From what I understand about competitive gaming, this seems pretty accurate. You know, you got them wedged into a little basement here. You got a two-room house where they sleep in bunk beds, and then they have shared toilets and showers, apparently, for thin margins. And then when they win $1 million at the International, you take 15% for the privilege. Let's see what else we got going on here. Team Fight Manager. And so I think it's kind of like it's either an RPG or an auto battler themed around esports. And I know because I watched some stuff about it. You also get the ability to spec them. So you could be like, well, I think there's a screenshot that shows it. Yeah, they can be spec'd into attack, defense, recovery, range, speed, etc., etc. Or wait, this is for the champions. I think you can do it with the with your actual human beings as well. But let's watch the trailer here. This song has heavy UK online casino vibes for sure. Y-Box Gaming versus Motion Esports. Yeah, this is a pick and ban phase. I like that idea that you could actually you could spec your team out for a specific build and then ban the counter picks. It's kind of neat. And this stuff is just auto battler style, which honestly, after Loop Hero, kind of appeals to me. Make equipment. Yo, they use Twitch Purple as well. I will say, and this is not meant to be like a criticism, because I'm not like a marketing guy to begin with. For such a complicated game, it's switching back and forth between things in the trailer so fast, I don't know what I'm looking at. But I'm having a good time regardless. I thought that was I'm gonna put this on the list. It passed the smell test of the description. It's got 86% positive reviews, and the trailer looked appealing. So I'm gonna make a list of candidates, and we'll do this for like an hour, and then we'll play a couple after that to round out the stream here. Okay. So we're gonna put Team Fight Manager on the list. Team Fight Manager. His wish list is empty. That's crazy. Wait till you see that I've got like 177 messages or something like that, and they're all trade requests from Dan. I don't want to follow anything. I've already written it down on my post-it note here. So let's go to the next in queue. We've got 11 games remaining. Littlewood. It's the new game from the Magicite developer. I'm familiar with that at least. Let's see. The world has already been saved. Now it's time to rebuild your town, learn new hobbies, and forge lifelong friendships in this peaceful and relaxing RPG. Very positive reviews. Passes that. Came out last August. Let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer. Heavy Terraria vibe on the music for sure. Heavy Stardew vibe on the game itself. Heavy Stardew vibe in every aspect right now. Magicite was really good though. I had a good time playing Magicite back in like 2014. How will you shape the world? It's got a little Animal Crossing vibe with the terraforming and stuff like that as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, did Mouth play this? Because this seems heavily, it's got Mouth energy dripping out of every pixel. There's even a guy named Dudley, which is a very Mouth-esque name. I gotta be honest, the song is fantastic as well. It's got fishing. It's got everything. Littlewood, launching August 4th. So I would say this is one of those rare situations, and maybe it's not that rare now that I think about it, but this seems like an awesome game. People clearly love it. 95% positive reviews, but it's just not really for me. Like this is I like Stardew, okay, but and I get that this isn't exactly Stardew, but sometimes I find myself just getting a little bored with games that are so nice. I know how that sounds, but like sometimes I like a game with a little bit of an edge. But I'm not gonna put it on the list, but I think this looks like a great game. Let's move on to the next game in the queue. Okay, so I'm familiar with Dyson Sphere program. It's been requested a lot. I will say initially I have a great hesitancy to play this just because whenever I play like engineering stuff on the channel, it has a tendency to not go super well. But I'm open. I'm at least open to it. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. I mean, this is just staggering. 98% positive reviews is like best in class. And 28,000 reviews is also an absurdly high number to have such positivity as well. Came out 2 months ago. I will watch the trailer. The way I understand it, this is a 3D Factorio. As humanity gets closer to a new era, their energy... Okay, it's too fast. Music by Scott Holmes, also known as... We're going to lower it just a little bit. Just in case. So I know that, yeah, you can fly around. You can kind of like, you can colonize planets or something like that. And then, you basically do satisfactory stuff. I didn't know there was a mech involved. That's pretty cool. But I'll tell you, just looking at this and of course seeing the similarities that it has with seeing the similarities that it has with something like Factorio, this to me seems like the kind of game that I would rather play off camera when I have a lot of time to make sure that I at least understand the basics, rather than trying to suss this out simultaneously on stream. But this looks really cool for sure. This looks super neat, and obviously like incredibly ambitious as well. A procedurally generated universe of infinite possibilities. The only limit is your own imagination. Outwit, outplay, outlast. Expand your limits, lead the next revolution of humankind. Again, much like Littlewood, this seems like a game that is well done and well liked, but might not be a perfect fit for me. Looks very cool, though. I always love when a game looks great, too, and it says work in progress does not represent the final look of the game. Like, okay, I get it. I get it. You're very talented. Okay, so this is a no, but it looks incredible. Don't get me wrong. Just not a fit for what I want to do on stream right now, but you know, at some point I shouldn't even leave the door open. If they added multiplayer and I could get the right group together, I would put this in the maybe category. Rhythm Doctor. Okay, hold on. 98% positive reviews. Released about a week and a half ago. Save patients with your rhythm mastery. Rhythm Doctor is a rhythm game where you heal patients by defibrillating in time to their heartbeats. Learn each patient's unique heartbeat and defeat boss viruses trying to sabotage your rhythm, all set to heart-pumping, soul-soothing music. I do like rhythm games. Kinda hard to play while talking, but it hasn't stopped us from at least checking them out. Oh, it's a little Ronald Jenkins, too. Hello, YouTubes. Okay, so all you're doing is hitting the button when the thing gets to the heart, roughly, I think. A relapse? But how? When it enters that yellow range, maybe? On the 7th beat. Okay. Uh-oh, the virus. It's broken off a chunk of his heart. Hope you're good with the regular time, Doc. Here we go. I'm gonna be honest, I think this looks fun. A little disorienting in the trailer, but I'm not here just reviewing trailers. I think that this is almost like the it's the opposite as the Team Fight Manager trailer, where I was like, oh, they're showing me a lot of stuff. In this one, I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at all, man. This is just keep that same rhythm in your head now. Stay calm. Look, that's probably not the first enemy you're gonna fight, okay? Okay, I get it, okay? Alright. Look, I'm gonna put it on the list. This is called Rhythm Doctor, and we'll see how people feel about this in a little bit. By the way, rhythm. Always welcome an opportunity to write down the word rhythm just to remind myself how it's spelled. R-H-Y-T-H-M. What a strange word. Yeah, I'm hoping there's like some accessibility options in it as well, because like the photosensitivity stuff is a little much, but maybe that's mostly in the trailer, or they have an option in there to figure it out. It's just that level. Okay, I'm just scrolling down to see like reviews and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. 2x, 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 2x. Best thing I've ever seen. So we're all in agreement about 2x, huh? All right. Well, they're building up a little bit of some expectations for 2x, no doubt about that. See, this looks more like my speed here. Oh, that's probably like a custom, maybe an editor or something like that. Next in queue, please. Carnal Instinct. Nope. I think I should be careful about having this stuff on the screen. Carnal Instinct is an adult RPG with an emphasis on AAA quality visuals and a compelling erotic interaction. Alright, so we're going to keep the screen region off temporarily. This product is in your discovery queue because it is popular. Ignore. Thank you. Next in queue. Alright. Next in queue is Nioh 2. Alright? So we'll talk a little bit about Nioh 2. But I'm not going to play it. First off, I've never played Nioh 1. I watched Dan play a little Nioh 1, and I was like, this looks good, but, I mean, to be honest, I think I'm just at the point in my life where I'd rather just play Dark Souls again. I'm a little worried about watching the trailer, because with AAA games, it could have a DMCA-able song in it. Battle hordes of yokai. In this massacre action RPG, create your protagonist and embark on an adventure through a myriad of locales across Japan during the Sengoku period. Utilize the new yokai shift ability to defeat even the most ferocious yokai and be prepared to brave through dark realms created by something, something, something. 81% positive reviews. I will tell you, 81% positive reviews is like really good for a AAA game on Steam. That is, like, usually they end up in like the 50s. So that's pretty solid for Steam reviews. But yeah, it's just too large, you know. We're not going to play it simply because it's you know, it would be disrespecting the memory of Death Stranding. Okay, next in queue. This is a very interesting one. It started playing immediately. This is one that's making some waves right now, and I've talked about it before, but let's look at it regardless. So this game is Breath Edge, Survive in Outer Space. Survive in outer space together with your immortal chicken. Discover the truth behind your sudden spaceship crash. Craft tools, pilot vehicles, and even control space stations to survive and explore the wreckage. So, this is Subnautica in outer space, is what I have heard. Which, honestly, kind of like is not something I'm all that interested in to begin with. But I do know that some people that play survival stuff have been playing it and saying that it's like pretty good. Reviews have gone to mostly positive, 77, down from 88, which is kind of surprising. Plus Jacksepticeye. Hey, Jacksepticeye's playing it right there. Would you look at that? Subnautica in space. I don't want to compare it to Subnautica, but since, in my opinion, Subnautica is a masterpiece. But the games are similar, but also worlds apart. This is only Subnautica in space. If Subnautica made you recraft the scanner tool every 5 minutes, this game is not as funny as it thinks it is. This game is okay. It's kind of like it's like a meme game, right? Like it has irreverent humor, which sometimes I can get down with, and sometimes I'm a little bit less interested in. Let's take a look at it. Your only chance to get home. Scavenge through the wreckage. Upgrade your suit, craft tools, build vehicles. It's a very cinematically done trailer. I'll tell you that right off the bat. They knew what they were doing with this trailer. Okay, there's a chicken. Is a chicken just pooping? Got a cool space car. All right. I can see the Subnautica comparison right away, for sure. To discover the truth. Okay. Like... I'm not, like, super against it, but... It is kind of... It's a weird, like, tone for the trailer, right? Is that it's, like, kind of serious, but then also, look at he fart. Breath Edge. Launches February 25th. Sips played this in early access. What was Sips's opinion on this? With free anti-glare mode. Just kidding. Alright. I'm gonna hit you straight up with this is like the probably in the same camp as stuff that is maybe like not for me, but I think could be fun. I will say as well, like Subnautica kind of like, it's a great game, but it kind of ruined these games for me because I realized that I don't even like the great games in this genre. Is really what it comes down to. Like, Subnautica is a beautiful game. And then I did not have a wonderful time playing it. As a result, I think I'm kind of just done with the genre. But that's not a knock on the game. It's just maybe not for me. All right, next in queue. This is something. We could talk about this. It's probably not going to get on the show right away. Macros, cover your eyes, okay? But I wouldn't mind checking this out at some point in the future. Baldur's Gate 3 was not in a good place to check out an enormous RPG when it came out. Our daughter was approximately like 10 days old. And people, they gaslight me a little bit. They say you hate Divinity. I do not hate Divinity. I think if you played Divinity with a group of like-minded individuals, I would have a great time. You got to make sure it's the right group because you're going to be spending like 30 hours with them. And I love the mechanics in Divinity. The story is, I'm sure it's good because people tell me it's good. The actual combat mechanics I really, really like. And if that's why I was again, Macros, I apologize, but I was really looking forward to that like XCOM Divinity game that you were gonna, or Larian was gonna come out with, and then they were like, hey, we're actually pushing that aside for a little bit to work on the other stuff. Which is fine, because I get it, this is the stuff that's paying the bills. Because it's also, like, quite well received, actually. But anyway. The mechanics of Divinity I really like. So I might be persuaded to give this a shot. Let me just, not right away, but you know what? Let me take a look at it regardless. I have the music off because I think it might be DMCA'd. All right, that's not going to be helpful, huh? Not DMCA. All right. Crank it.
The news, I hope.
I'm just joking. I'm just being a deal. No gross stuff in the trailer either, right?
And with this new cult on their side.
Fuzroda. It looks great. Like the actual visual quality looks amazing. Oh, well, is it? Oh, that's why it looks so good. It's a 50-second trailer. But yeah, like, we haven't even really talked about the machinations of it, but I would definitely play Baldur's Gate 3 in the future. It would require the perfect squad, though. It would also, and probably I would wait till early access is over, and it would also require... It would have to get out of analytics jail, which I'm not sure if it has the capabilities of, and that's not its fault. I'm sure if Cole Carnage got a group together, he could play this till the cows come home. My audience doesn't get Richie Mahjong every 2 days. They start to throw a fit. But we'll see. I'm leaving my mind open to playing this. Yeah, me, AOC, Jagmeet Singh, and Hassan can do a Baldur's Gate run. Please. Okay, well, you know what? This is another one I've heard many great things about. This is Little Nightmares 2. I played and very much liked Little Nightmares 1. I thought it was a great game. Kind of like... honestly, here's how I see it, all right? In this genre, Inside is like my favorite creepy puzzle platformer I've ever played in this like 2.5 3D style. Little Nightmares 1 is like number 2. Limbo's number 3. I think Limbo, I like Inside more than Limbo. They're great games though. The only thing, one of the things that stopped me from playing Little Nightmares hither to this point is, and the reviews are just incredible, is that I heard it was like a lot longer. I heard it was a lot longer than the original Little Nightmares, which is one of the things I've been kind of holding off on. It's not. Okay, so that's the... It's 5 to 6 hours. If you speed run, it's under 2 hours. Okay. You don't need the if. I don't speed run. So it's probably 5 to 6 hours. It's not an enormous time commitment. And it would be nice to finish a game, but let's see what we got going on here in the trailer. The visual style of the game is so good. I beat it under 5 hours, not playing that fast. That's something that appeals to me, because I can always also just take the I could just take the answers to all the puzzles from chat and then pretend like I came up with them myself. The only other thing I will say is that it's a little banter light for sure, but not every game has to be like insanely banter heavy. And the visual style of it is like so good. It's, you know, it's got the same vibe as like an Eastern European children's cartoon. You know, in North America, all the children's cartoons are about like animals who are cops. I feel like Hungarian children's cartoons are about like a big fat guy who eats kids. And they're like, you know, hey, be nice or Oleg will eat you. And the kids are like, we want to watch Oleg. It's an amazing looking game. It's available now. So I don't know. So here's what I'm going to say about this. I'm not going to write this one down. Because it's not a fit for the Lion's Den segment, you know? Lion's Den is about playing like a half an hour or an hour of something and seeing if it fits. This is something I promise you I will put this into my Twitch spreadsheet for suggestions for the future. Things that I don't necessarily find as a fit for like those one-off variety segments. Throughout the week, occasionally I run into a situation where I'm like, I don't know what to play. And to have a game we could maybe play like, you know, 2.5 hour segments of and experience the whole thing, it's pretty cool. I'll consider it at least. 2 hours of Schlagdenstar. That's what it's all about. Next in queue. We've only got 2 games left in the queue. I'm just going to be honest, I have no idea what this game is called. This is in your discovery queue because it's popular. Tale of Immortal is an open-world sandbox. Based on Chinese mythology and cultivation, you will grow to become immortal. Conquer the beasts from the classic of mountains and seasons. Make your choices carefully and grasp your own destiny. One of the first things I look at as a situation like this is the English language supported? And the answer is no. So we'll probably... Don't get me wrong, like it looks pretty cool, but I don't really like my odds of understanding what's going on here. I do see a lot of health bars. German wasn't a problem. That's true, but at least I did know what the letters are. But watch the trailer anyway, you know? Like, why not? You never know. Could find something nobody's ever seen before. Okay, alright. I'm familiar with this. This is Baldur. I don't know. Just turn it down a little bit. I think I've heard this song before. Have you played Go? Yes, but I don't like Go because I am bad at it. And I'm okay at chess, so I don't think I could stand to go through that period again with another strategy game. Okay, I don't wanna be this guy. But it was such like a beautiful, artsy game. It is so like aesthetically inclined. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then they hit you with that right there. And you're like, all of a sudden I understand how this has 37,000 positive reviews in 4 days. Wait, I missed it. Go back. I will say that, and I'm not saying this game is just horny, but the horny games have become so powerful. It used to be there were good games, and then there were horny games. And the good games were good, and the horny games looked like they were, you know, like stick figures, right? Then, some of the good games got a little horny. Mass Effect was showing gratuitous butt shots, etc., like, and so on. But then the horny games, the overtly horny games, started getting good. And it's scary. Because you'll just, and I'm not even saying it's a bad thing, but sometimes you'll be watching a trailer and you're like, oh, this looks really good. Like, this looks like a fun game I could spend some time with. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam. She's got armor that only covers her areolas. And I'm like, they suckered me. They got me in. I'm going to be buying 100 loot boxes a week. Just when I thought I was out. Yeah, you little freak. I just wanted to be a gamer and they turned me into a pervert. It really does look like a nice game, though. I mean, like, the art in it is pretty cool. I won't play it because, I mean, let's be honest. Like, it looks like the information on the screen is somewhat dense. Maybe it would be nice to be able to read it. Once they got into the gameplay, maybe the art doesn't stand up to the menu and the concept art and stuff like that. But anyway, I mean, sure. I mean, I have no thoughts on this. I have like no opinion whatsoever. Essentially. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm glad I had the screen off because the next game they offered is Honey Pop 2. This is in your discovery queue because it's popular. I will not play it. I am skipping immediately. Squad. Came out September 23rd, 2020. Very positive reviews. Let's turn this on here. So Squad is like a it's not a BR, it's a tactical, yeah, it's like a Tarkov in the desert or something like that. This trailer contains graphic language. I thought it said it was from F-Word Industries. I almost turned the trailer off immediately. F-World Industries. It's great, but it's not a U game. That's kind of the vibe I was getting right out of the gates. And again, you know, you just... I mean, this is the problem with Lion's Den. You don't own the rights to the music that they're all doing here. Off-World Industries proudly presents 6 years in development. Squad leaves early access. All footage shown is actual gameplay. The developer for this game is in New West. That's pretty cool. So for people who don't know, that's a city that's like just outside of Vancouver. Fight in a battle with 100 real players. This is the kind of game where I think you need VoIP to make it work. And I would never unmute VoIP in this, because anytime I've played a tactical shooter on open mic, there's always like some guy who like... I don't know, is just out of the military or wishes he was in the military yelling at me when I'm just trying to farm a little dopamine for myself. I didn't say on crouch! I didn't say on crouch! It looks neat, though. I mean, I would never play it, but... well, without a squad at least, but pun intended, I suppose. How do you not know breach protocol? It's probably, you know, again, not my tempo. So we've gone all the way through the discoverability queue for today. But you know what? We only got 2 games on the list, even though we saw a lot of games that were very good. I think we can start another queue. How about that? So this, you know what? Then now we're getting into some stuff. This just came out today. Let me pause it up here. I think we got 12 more games in the queue here, and we're starting to get a little bit more into my niche. So it's right in my queue zone. If you'll excuse me, I'd like to go into full screen mode, so you don't see that I have a Twitter tab. Don't tell people I live like this. This is the life and suffering of Sir Bronte. A narrative-driven RPG set in a gritty world where a person's lot is determined at birth. While the gods are real and preside over the fates of men, set out on a lifelong journey and carve out your own destiny. Will you become a judge, an inquisitor, or conspire against the old order? You decide. 61 reviews, 100% positive. That's about as good as it gets. What is it? Like, I know this is an RPG. Is it like a 12-hour RPG? Is it a 2-hour endlessly replayable RPG? This game, for the time I've played it, is great. It's more interesting than I am, and it's well made. The art is better than Long Live the Queen, and this is a more mature game, but still similar in feel. So Long Live the Queen was like a Princess Maker type game we played maybe 5 years ago. I really like Long Live the Queen. That's a fun game. I could definitely be a little persuaded. The characters you encounter, I've enjoyed every single detail, not to mention the replayability of the game itself. Do you like reading choose-your-own-adventure books? Then this book is a game for you. Been playing for more than 24 hours. Okay, I have to prepare a graduate entrance examination in 2021 for a whole year, else I'd be happy to translate this game into Chinese for free. Weird flex. My orgy got interrupted by the Inquisition. I slept with a hooker, hated by my brother, hated by nobles, but one of the most powerful dynasty is in love with me. Try this game. I am really enjoying it. Game is great. Good writing, good characters. One of the best in its genre. This might be the best choose-your-own-adventure game ever made. I mean, I could get down with it. Typically, a choose-your-own-adventure doesn't end up being crazy long either. Let's give the trailer a shot here.
All through the peaceful years to the start of the war, my fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, and every person I met made me what I am. Could I have really taken a different path? I took up my sword when I was just a little boy.
I'm sorry, what? That's Malf as the mother from Dragon Slayer Doppelganger. I took up my sword as soon as we first met.
And every person I met made me what I am. Could I have really taken a different path? I took up my sword when I was just a little boy. Brought up as a quiet and dutiful child. My unruly nature clashed with my parents' vision. Nothing interested me more than military affairs and the laws of the Empire. The pursuit of enlightenment was my only joy. My tricks and my antics had become legendary.
Unity
saved
-1.
a lowborn girl from certain death. Not once have I questioned the divine design. The insurgents accepted me into their ranks. Like my father before me, I had earned my mantle as a judge. The high society opened its doors to me. Providence brought me into the fold. My faith guided others on the one true path. Fight for the rights of the common folk have consumed me. I rallied the people to rebel against the old ways. Can I avert the downfall of our empire? Teach forgiveness to the gods themselves?
Teach forgiveness to the gods
Burn
themselves?
The old order in the fire of rebellion. Could I have taken a different path? Found a different calling? Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
This actually seems like a lot of fun. During the trailer, I actually just wrote it down already. Apparently the game has no VA, which is actually, I would treat that as an anti-selling point. I would love it, I think, more if there was, if the VA was for sure in the game. Should I have changed? Well, should I have taken a different path? Altered the course of history? Alas, I'm just, I'm a little peckish right now. This is on the list. This looks like a lot of fun. I'm definitely putting it on there. That's the kind of, I wouldn't mind giving that a half hour to an hour to see how it works out. That seems like it seems like it's up my alley. Even if it's a lot of reading, we'll see. You know, we'll give it a try maybe, or at least we're going to put it on the list to possibly give it a try. All right, I'm going to tell you straight up, we are not going to play Phantasy Star Online 2, so I'm just going to skip right past that one. Oh my. This one, I already know what people are going to say. They're going to say, get out your HOTUS. This is Project Wingman, which I think came out in early access like a little while ago. It is an indie Ace Combat is the way I understand it. Very positive, very, very positive reviews. And it sounded like they used real music at the start of it, so I'm kind of chilling on the audio for now. Project Wingman by Humble Games. It looks very Ace Combat-y. 21 campaign missions. He's inside of a freaking volcano, man. I played a little Ace Combat 5 or Ace Combat 6. There was a bounty for it. I played it on PS4. I had a good time with it. So I'm not necessarily like opposed to these kinds of games, but I do wonder, like, at roguelike conquest mode, excuse me, I do think that there's a certain degree of, like, I think with all of these flight games, when you're actually in it yourself, you're like, this is amazing, it's so immersive, like, I feel like I'm actually flying an F-18 Hornet or whatever. But when you're watching it, you're like, I don't really get it, he's just, like, shooting down bogeys left, right, and center. Roguelite, though? It's true, but I don't know, like every game's got a roguelite mode now. I am kind of worried about the motion sickness. I think for now, like, this is probably not, it's just not something I have particular interest in at the present moment. So I'm going to pass it on, but again, reviews look very good. I don't know why I turned off my turn this all off here. Reviews are amazing. 93%, 94%. 4 people I know already own it. Like, I really just don't want to drag my HOTUS out, honestly. And then, I hate to say it, I'm not much of like a fighter plane guy. I'm like a landing a passenger jet sort of guy. I'm much more, if we're going to fly, I would rather play Microsoft Flight Sim. I'd rather play more of that than play like a combat game, but it really depends what you're kind of into. So I'm going to use my veto to keep that off here. All right, this one has potential and is definitely weird. I will say mixed reviews, but that's kind of what you're in for here. This is Ranch Sim. Builder, funter? Farmer, hunter, trader. Ranching certainly isn't your average job. Think you have the skills to turn your family's rundown homestead into the most prosperous ranch in the valley? Then it's time to head out into the wilderness in this captivating single and multiplayer open world simulator. Okay, 52% positive reviews. You never know. That could be from a bunch of people who wanted something serious, and then it ended up being a little bit of a joke.
Dilapidated homestead, as you try to turn it into a successful ranch, work together with up to 3 friends. Raise and breed livestock, milk cows, and then sell produce to keep the finances flowing. The remote valley you call home may be picturesque, but it's also teeming with wildlife and dangers.
Oh my God.
Head out into the wilderness to stalk deer, track bears, and hunt wolves. Ranch Simulator. Life is better on the ranch.
I'm gonna be honest, this 100%, this one is making it onto the list, but not to play today, but to play in multiplayer. Assuming the multiplayer actually works. That's one of the things I would check on here. Great deal of potential, but is not worth the price. That's fine. Currently, there's a 10-step tutorial. The hardware store is not yet implemented. Okay, so maybe it needs a little more time. This is one that we put on the docket for later. City boy moves to the country to save his grandfather's ranch. No dedicated servers. That's what we want, right? Like we want Steamworks multiplayer for myself, I think. It feels like the tutorial is intentionally designed to put you over the refund window. Oh, that's funny. Loving the game so far. As of right now, it's not quite ready. I'm going to write this down here. Ranch Sim multiplayer. And I'm going to put a remind me on that for 3 to 6 months. This seems like the kind of game, even if it's jank, this could be a lot of fun to play with people. Kind of like a co-op, even janky or Landlord Super. That seems fun. Again, I'm not, here's what I want to see. I either want to see 90% plus positive reviews, or I want to see 50 to 70% positive reviews. One of the two. Okay, we are not going to play this, but we'll look at it anyway. This is Omori, which is... Kate already played through all of Omori. Explore a strange world full of colorful friends and foes. When the time comes, the path you've chosen will determine your fate and perhaps the fate of others. No big deal, just 98% positive reviews. But it's like an RPG Maker narrative adventure game, right? It also seems like it's and this is not a knock, but it's like super long. I know Kate played it for like 20 streams or something like that. And also it gets into psychological stuff. It took me 50 hours. Oh my god. See, it seems a little Doki Doki, a little little Earthboundy, little Undertale-y. It's got fishing, man. It's got fishing. Yo, that's like The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I've been reading that book to our baby like once every 3 days. It looks gorgeous for sure. Hey, plus, hey, look at that. Who needs a Teamfight Manager? The art is genuinely incredible. Great little game, future classic. That's cool. And again, like I want to be very, you know, clear about this. There's games that are great, and they're great for stream, and then there's games that are bad and they're great for stream, and then there's games that are great but they're not for me. You know, I think this looks really cool, and if I could Matrix like just put a phone jack in the back of my head and put the experience of playing this into my brain, I would. But I don't know if I would go through it myself, at least at this point in my life. Comes out Christmas 2020. And 98% positive reviews is amazing. Yeah, Kate played it all the way through on her stream, and she liked it a lot, I think. Okay, this is one I don't know if it's horny yet. Just give me a second. I'm looking at the tags. RPG, adventure, turn-based, tactics, turn-based. I don't think it's horny, but it's hard to tell. 89% positive reviews. I'm gonna They describe the main heroine as clumsy, which could be horny. Oh, it's the box.
May I recommend?
Oh, Kate is coming into. She's using her executive power to put a game on the list.
Yeah, it's called Alt F4.
Alt F4.
Yes.
Is that you telling me to quit the stream?
No. It's actually, that's what it's called.
It's called Alt F4. I'll put it over here. I'll put it in.
Alt ALT and then F4.
I'll put a little dash in there. Yeah. I'll put it in the sidebar. I wasn't wrong, right? Like, clumsy is the kind of word where you're like, oh, she's so clumsy.
But clumsy is cute.
She might trip over and, oh, are you looking at my panties, you sicko? Oh, stop. Oh, but don't stop.
She will trip over and sit on your dick.
Exact. That's what I'm trying to say. I haven't seen much anime, and they didn't do that in Ghost in the Shell, but I'm hoping this is not horny. It doesn't look horny. This would be a weird art style with horniness.
My voice shall lead you to glory.
Toss a coin to your Witcher. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on.
My voice shall lead you to glory.
They at the roundabout. They get the salmon in and out. Yeah! I'm picking up what he's putting down.
My power grows. Euclid be my witness.
Arrogant venal?
Not bad, thanks.
What a beautiful chord.
Exactly what I needed.
I don't know what that means. She do be venal? The Euclid lightning chain.
Hooray, my friends!
I shall lead.
The Dungeon of
Come on, dorks, try to keep
Nahulbuk.
up.
Come on, dorks, try to keep up. Co-funded by the Creative Europe Media Program of the European Union. So reviews are actually pretty good. It's the first time at this price on top of that. 89% positive reviews. It looked a little like Divinity with some satirical elements on top of it. Is it it's single player only? This is like, it's a no for me. If it was like a Gauntlet sort of style game where I could get people together, I think I could maybe get a segment or two out of this, but a single player only, I don't think I have enough familiarity, to be honest, with the genre to pick up the jokes and the satire. But it looks cool. It is recommended because I like XCOM, I guess, yeah. 2 friends want this game as well. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next game. Here we got 6 left in the queue. That looked fine. Okay, the next is Sea of Thieves. I'll play Sea of Thieves. It's a good game, and I could be... Well, I mean, it was not a great game when it came out, but I think now is kind of come up a little bit. I might come back to Sea of Thieves at some point if we got a squad. Satisfactory was the next one. Already played it. League of Maidens. Oh, no. Parental advisory, explicit content. League of Maidens is a single-player online action RPG game featuring beautiful maidens. Can I tell you what scares me? Features: questing, customization, posing and sharing characters, poses, scenes, and 4K photos. Not what you would traditionally put in the selling points of a game. There's like 9. Oh my god. I don't even know if I can show you this. So I'm going to describe it for you. It is I honestly don't know if I can show it. There is a woman, she's doing the splits, okay? Her bosom is so large that it's at least 3 times the volume of her entire head, and then she's got a little micro bikini on with the cow print. It's actually, I mean, if you look it up on Steam, scroll down, it's the second thing in recent events and announcements. Oh Oh my god. And the gifts of... Oh my god. I can show you this, but... I mean... Why is this being recommended to me on Steam? Is there a way to never have this show up for me ever again? Like, this is not what I want out of this platform. Chibs says, good game. Top review. The paywalls are insane! Just charge a base price for the game and not have character creation locked behind paywalls. This is insanity! I was a little disappointed with this game because it seems very pay-to-play. I downloaded the early access and paid for the Ultimate Edition, which informed me that I also needed to buy the Standard Edition, which makes the Ultimate Edition not an addition, but an upgrade. So right there was $13.49 and $26.99. Once logging in, I was immediately informed / recommended to pay more money for more content. Once actually playing, most people in the world chat were discussing how they had already had to spend $100 to $200 or more to access the features needed to play the game in full. Oh my god. Awful cash grab. Everything, I mean everything, is monetized. The menu is a mobile game. The jiggles are poorly optimized and hair clips into the body. The game is also way too hard on your PC. Must also mention that nudity and such are behind the giant asterisk ing paywall. Clunky, unintuitive controls, unappealing UI, horrible excuse of a story. You don't say. Mishmash of game mechanics, poorly executed combat, leveling and growth system, content hidden behind huge paywalls, and no guarantee of keeping them. The list goes on and on. I tried to give it a chance with the most open mind possible, but no amount of gratuitous sexual content can justify playing this game for a long period of time. 5.4 hours on record. This game is asterisk awesome. 75 hours on record. Stop being cheap. Support the devs. Buy that inventory space and maybe some outfits. Bet you get hooked. Music, awesome. Gameplay, awesome. Love how I could link my spells to keep my combo going. The crazy part is, this is an alpha game. Still asterisk awesome. Oh yeah, can't forget the titties. Asterisk the haters who only played 10 minutes and gave bad reviews because everything wasn't free. Shake my head. This is so good. I don't know what to say. The fact that there's so many essays written about this I'm dying, man. I'm dying. This is like, it's an actual essay. I mean, I guess I could just put it on here, but like, maybe try back again in a year when the game is more polished. I imagine most downvotes are from horny people who are probably out of work and disappointed they couldn't fap to their virtual waifus without touching their wallet. Just stick to modding old RPGs. He's actually like jerk off shaming somebody here. You don't like this game? Why don't you stop being broke? Why don't you get a job so you can jerk off to 3D models on Steam? Oh my god, it's 140 reviews, man! Okay, I'm sorry. We gotta move on from this. Dude, you can't play the game without the game telling you have to pay for this content right from the start. You will encounter paywalls for all the content you probably installed the game for. And not just that, the prices are stupid. Not even mobile games makes you pay that high for the stuff they are offering. And this is coming from a Genshin Impact player. So no, I don't recommend people to play or invest money or time on this. That probably even the devs don't know what PC gaming about. They probably saw that Koikatsu sold well and it's an adult game and shooters with character creation is popular and thought they could combine both and bring mobile game systems into play and make it the entire gameplay. I'll respect this, okay? Game still needs work. Combat is not the best, but still fun. Hey, that's, I can't be mad about that review. It seems pretty reasonable. All right, let's see what's coming up next. It's a simple rule, okay? Steam, you give me horniness and I dunk on it, all right? One day the algorithm will learn. Okay, Cyberpunk 2077. Probably, hey, that's the MCA-able. And okay, Star Wars The Old Republic. Yeah, we're probably not going to play Star Wars The Old Republic on the stream either. And what's the... Okay, and then the last game in the queue is Outriders. All right, so that's easy enough. Outriders. Not even out yet. There's just a demo. All right, so, I mean, I think, honestly, we don't even have to do what I was normally going to do, which was, let's have people vote. Let's just play a little bit of all three. Actually, you know what? I'm going to scratch that. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, you're right. Let's look at Alt F4 real quick. Alt F4. Oh, my God. Okay, we might put this on the list. Kate, the thing about Kate, she likes to troll me. She likes to troll me. She watches like Korean streamers, and then stuff that they play that ends up being funny, she recommends to me. And you know what? Usually the audience freaking pogs off. This is Alt F4. Does it look like Shadow of the Colossus? Well, you know what? It did not overstay its welcome. 3D third-person permadeath runner game. Try to overcome various obstacles until the end. In some ways, the complete lack of sauce on the marketing material is almost like a positive for me. Like, it is not written as if, like, they want to sell copies. It's just like, hey, take it or leave it. Try to overcome various obstacles until the end. Is it Mario? Is it Jump King? Is it Getting Over It? I don't know. It's, you know what it is? It's Alt F4. I will play that. All right, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make a judgment call. We're going to play Teamfight Manager. We're going to play Sir Bronte. We're going to play Alt F4. We're not going to play Rhythm Doctor. It looks good. We're not going to play it because I'm worried about the photosensitivity. And also, maybe this is just me being a butthole, okay? But when a review that's at the top isn't actually a review, and it's like, spoilers, my God, that moment, I'm like, just shut up and tell me to buy it or not buy it. Go to the forums if you want to talk about the good stuff. Don't clog the top reviews with like, oh my God, that moment. Anyway, sorry. I apologize. I'm just being a butthole. But hit me with a slash marker here real quick. End of Lion's Den. And I'm gonna put you on ad break for just a moment because I'm gonna purchase these games. So let's not do it in the browser version of Steam. Let's do it in the client version of Steam. Okay, The Life and Suffering of Sir Bronte, $20.51 Canadian. Welcome to the list. Continue shopping. Team Fight Manager, $11.49. Add to cart. And Alt F4. $2.29 Canadian. And then that leaves $270 that we can use to purchase 4K photo mode and the bovine micro kini in League of Maidens. Purchase for myself. All right. You know, because it was recommended, we'll start with Alt F4 because let's be honest, that's probably the game that we're gonna spend the least amount of time on, in all likelihood. Not because it's going to be the worst necessarily, but because it's, you know, what you see is what you get, right? It's just downloading. Just studying it. You know how games is and all that. So I said I wasn't going to hit you with ads, but I've just realized I actually have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to hit you with ads. And I'll be back in just over 60 seconds. Skeet. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Oh no, what happened? It's just come back to a band wave. The world is a band wave. Boat up. Johnny used to work at it. I always get those two confused. Oh, counting. Oh, send them. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. We've scavenged some games for the Lion's Den. Checking out Alt F4, Team Fight Manager, and Rhythm Doctor. Twitch.tv/NorthernLight. You gotta hit him with the get in here. Not great when you go to Twitter. Trending, #tsunami. Hold on, I gotta check and see. Okay, this is not for my local region. However, it's for Hawaii. If you are in Hawaii right now and you have me on, or if you're in New Zealand and you have been watching on full screen, please check in with your local weather and tsunami watch services from one, geologically active region to another. I hope that you would give me the same courtesy. It wasn't Rhythm Doctor. Oh crap! I typed that by accident. I just, one of the top tweets for the tsunami hashtag is just somebody. It's like, it looks like their high school class in a photo, and it just says, "We chillin' on the hill." It's, I mean, whatever, dude. People are gonna figure it out when they get in here. I'm not changing the tweet. We chillin' on the hill. Okay. Game 1, Alt F4, loaded up. That it happens in Vancouver as well. There's a lot of earthquakes like off the coast of Alaska in particular, and then You know, they'll happen at like, I mean, they happen whenever, but sometimes they happen at like 11 p.m. And then it goes like tsunami warning, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll stay up. I guess I'll stay up for like another hour. And then they're like, ah, you're good. And I'm like, all right, time to go to bed. Turn off the dang Elgato. Turn on Alt F4. Feels so weird to say Alt F4, but not have it be like, you know, a meme to get somebody to turn off their computer or close the window. Oh my god, do you see what I see now, dude? Like, hold on. Now I go, you know what? What the heck have I done here? Like, look at this. Now, there's the notification window is a little tiny box above my head. It's a different screen region. I don't understand why. I wonder if I copy and paste. You know what I did? I pasted something as a reference. I think I pasted something as a reference, and as a result, every time I alter it in one screen, I alter it in another screen. At least we have an easier way to get this fixed here. I copied by reference instead of by duplication. And that's an easy fix there.